Okay, hello, my name is Amina Bilal, and this is a short tutorial to show my students how to complete the pre and the post surveys. So I'm just going to click on the pre-survey right now, and I'm just going to walk through that one really briefly, okay? And it's pretty self-explanatory. The instructions for completing the survey are here. And there are actually four helpful hints. It says to type your first and last names in the box labeled student name. And I'm just going to scroll down. That's this box right here. So the student would just come in and type their name. I'm going to type in my name. Okay, and then there are three different types of questions. It says some of the questions below are multiple choice. For these, click on the correct bubble for your answer. Some of the questions below are true-false. For these, using the arrow key, select either true or false. And lastly, some of the questions below are essay-type questions. And for these, what you have to do is type in your answers in 25 words or less. So, let's say, number 1, for example, on a scale of 1 to 3, with 1 being very familiar, 2 being somewhat familiar, and 3 being not familiar at all, how familiar are you with the scientific method? So I'm going to say number 3. No, I'm going to say number 2. I'm somewhat familiar with the scientific method. Okay. Then, number 2, it looks like this is an essay question. In 25 words or less, explain the scientific method. So I'm going to click on here and I'm going to say the scientific method is a step-by-step procedure that scientists use to solve problems. And I'm going to include the word systematic here because it's very systematic. So I'm going to say systematic, step-by-step procedure that scientists use to solve problems. So I did the scale question there, number 1. Number 2 is the essay type question, and then number 3 is the multiple choice. And number 3 says, which of the following most accurately lists the steps of the scientific method properly? Now I know that it has to end in repeat your work. You have to be able to repeat your work. So that excludes letters A and B. So I'm looking at either C, D, or E right now. So I know that you don't start the scientific method with research and you don't start scientific method with an experiment. So I'm just going to look at number C. I'm going to walk through that. Problem, research, hypothesis, experiment, record and analyze, conclusion, and repeat your work. I'm going to select letter C. Okay? Alright, so let's say that all of the questions have been completed. I'm going to act as though all of the questions have been completed. I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom and then you just click on submit. And it says here that the student's name, it says thanks, your response will now appear in my spreadsheet. So it's pretty simple. That's how you would complete the survey. Thank you. I'm trying to stop my screen flow. and I don't know how to do that. How do I stop it? Oh my goodness. Did I even start? Stop recording.